And we are live. Hi, everybody. Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. And today I have one of my favorite guests. We have Celia from Gotham and Glam. How are you doing tonight, Celia?
I'm good. I'm very happy to be here. And yeah, I'm always glad to chat comics with you, Matt. So thank you for inviting me.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Luke. And go with Celia tonight. She's brought her other half, her husband, and this is Luke the Magnificent. How are you?
The Magnificent.
Luke? That's the word I came up with tonight. So
I like it.
We're going with it. Before we get too much further, let's say hello to those that have come so far. In fact, the first person here tonight is someone we want to raise a glass to Robbie Josephs.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yes.
I can't tell you how much we appreciate that. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yes. And we've got Kay Munin in the chat. Hi, Andres. Good to see you. Let's see who else up. We've got Rich from Big Nasty Comics.
Hello.
Rich. And Nate is here from Holyak Comics.
Hello.
Hi, Nate. The absolutely wicked
Hello.
and awesome Christina Payne is here tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Speaking of wicked and awesome, here's JSS Brooklyn. These two are the best wrenches you could ever have. And that seems to be it for now that have commented in the chat. So after free, I've seen, for those that have seen your channel, you've seen your free comic day picks. And obviously like other books that you picked up on Free Comic Book Day. Have you read any of the books yet? And if so, what would your favorite be?
I actually haven't gotten to reading the Free Comic Day books yet. I've been catching up on my comics, and so today I just read a bunch, but I haven't gotten to that stack yet. So
yeah, I'm the same way. I've got 3 stacks of comics here that I've got to get read, to get to reading, and I haven't quite got there yet.
I actually did read something from Free Comic Book Day, and it's alluding to the future here, but I read Superman and the Good Guy Gang, or Superman's Good Guy Gang.
Right.
I picked out a lot of really cool stuff on Free Comic Book Day, and I really don't know what possessed me to read that one first. And
we have a question here from
it's well known that I am a fan of the little Batman, and I promise you we're gonna get to that.
I specifically told her for you to bring little Batman tonight because you look like absolutely over the moon when you talk about that book. So.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Like it amuses me. It amuses me. I'm not. It amused me with how it. I guess I don't like it when stuff talks down to the viewer, right? And so when I see kids content still not be able to still not talk down to the viewer, it's really easy to find kids stuff that talks down to the viewer, like Superman and the Good Guy Gang, right. and Superman's Good Guy Gang. That I was going to say I didn't care for it because it didn't seem. It actually kind of looked it convinced me a little too much that a child drew it. I guess it just doesn't. It's there. It happened. It's a preview, and I don't care what I read. It's a preview for the comic, and I wasn't convinced. I don't know. I didn't like it. But at the end, there was a 2-page preview for what was it? Where is that comic?
I feel like it took you longer to describe that comic than it did for you to actually read the damn thing.
Well, right. There wasn't actually a lot in it because the panels were very large.
Right.
But now Little Batman, where is that freak? Where's that comic book, Lo?
I'm not sure. Selena. Oh, no. We got to get the comics away from Selena.
Oh, no.
Oh, goodness, no.
Kay Munin wants to know if that's a Nightwing 196 on your top shelf.
That's a Nightwing #1.
Yeah.
From the first ongoing solo series.
Very nice. I'm actually working on that series myself. I've got about a third.
Oh wow. Nice. Yeah.
The preview at the end of the preview at the end of Superman and the Good Guy Gang, it was called Aqua Manatee.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was called, and that looked so. I'm convinced in the 2 pages this would be something amusing to watch. to experience. Aquamanatee seemed more amusing to me in the 2 pages than the majority of the good guy. I wouldn't give it to a kid. It's dumb because I don't want to give it to a kid because I don't want them to read that and say, "Oh wow, comic books are dumb." So, but Little Batman. Let me pull up Little Batman here.
Hang on here. Before we get too far, I need to make myself big for a moment and thank my channel members. As always, I read out the names. We've got AG, Big Nasty Comics, Chonko Nerds Culture, Comics and Nerd Culture, Comic Collector Geek, Son of Crom, Cliff on Comics, Ryan Riley, Robbie Josephs, Rad Art and Comics, Ben Compton, Figure Drawing, Comic Mike, Collecto6, TM Nerdy, Comic Journey, Legion of Comics, Circumstances, Madam, and the Kingdom of Nerds. Thank you all very much for supporting the channel. I'm going to make you guys big now and turn the floor over to you guys and your books. I'll chime in with any questions.
Well, before I get into anything, in honor of Matt, I chose mostly Superman-related books to show today. And the first one I wanted to show, and I've shown this already on my channel, but this is a recent dollar bin pickup that I got.
Yeah,
and I just have to show it for how cool
I
that
had
is.
to pay $180 US to get my copy. Now mine is about a 7 or 7.5, but it still cost me a lot of money. So I'm very, very, very surprised at that.
I mean, yeah, as you can see, it's low grade. There's a chunk missing from the back, but to have this in any grade for that price, I mean, you know, and I love dollar bin diving, so, you know, just absolutely have to show this. And like I said, I was trying to keep it sort of Superman themed. So for those that don't know, this is the first appearance of Masters of the Universe. So I think He-Man and Skeletor first comic appearance.
Oh, they're all there. And Johnny, that was about at the time $215 Canadian, not quite 1,500.
Yeah, I feel so lucky for the shops I have in my area and the deals that I'm able to get, honestly. Like, yeah, so this is insane. And yeah, I'm super grateful and happy about that. So, yeah,
based on your videos, you have a lot of dollar bins and a lot of comic stores there. That is something that's severely lacking in my area. So I'm very jealous. Like that some of these guys are saying, wow, I would agree. I only get dollar bins at comic conventions. So it's good to see somebody out there.
Yeah, pretty much every shop that I go to has some sort of a dollar bin area, even if it's just a couple short boxes, you know. They at least have something. But you know, one shop in the area, they're pretty much all dollar bins, and then another shop, like the entire middle section is pretty much all dollar bins. So yeah, when I go to conventions, I almost never see dollar bins. There are maybe a few, but yeah. So Luke, do you want to go ahead and talk about something now?
So I think I'm most excited about the new heavy metal. Notice I censored it for YouTube for it. But I'm really excited. I have very elementary level experience, history reading the old heavy metal magazines. So when I heard that, they're coming back to there was a Kickstarter. Not only was there a Kickstarter, but it did well. Apparently, I wish I heard about it. I would have done something. Yeah, so I'm really excited about the new. Yeah, I got the titty cover because out of all the covers available, this one just seemed the most genuine heavy metal. I found out later that a lot of the stories inside are reprints or some new ones. There's a couple in particular I really like. I didn't read the article yet, but as a huge Black Sabbath, particularly a Dio fan, they had like a really nice print of Mob Rules of the album cover right here. a standout story. I'm going to cheat because they're on the same page. But two standout stories, right? Or Floyd the Giant Killer, right? I don't want to. It's a one page. It's one page, but it's kind of like a Monty Python, kind of like a humorous little thing, right? Right. And there's a really cool sci-fi about a blues player called Lester, That Old Feeling. That's a multiple page. That's a really cool story. There are a lot of really cool stories. And also, if you're like, wait, let me count, 100% of the population and you enjoy titties, this book has titties. 18 plus, right? All right. But, also titties, right?
We know that Kay Munin is a big fan of that.
Yeah, I read
Everyone,
I based that because of his comment. I see no reason to censor that cover.
I don't know. I didn't know if you were cool with that or not, but I put a post-it note on there.
I have shown censored books, and if you were a member of my page, a member of my members page, there's a couple of videos where I don't need to censor them because it's behind a paywall. So,
okay.
And that's apparently how it works, because by putting the paywall up, you can restrict it to 18 plus, and makes it a lot easier.
Okay.
So
that's really cool.
We know you're excited, Luke. Let's see Little Batman.
You want to see Little Batman? All right.
I want to see Little Batman.
So I was immediately taken back. I got lucky that I thought this was like a one. I thought Little Batman was like a 1-issue thing. It's a 4-issue thing. I thought it was a 1-issue thing. It's like, why would they make more than one of Little Batman? I don't know. But I was immediately taken back with how clever the covers were, and I went through and it looked. I don't know. It looked like it wasn't complete. I mean, it was complete brain rot. It's for children. But I was amused with how clever the writing was, because with the understanding that it's made for children. But if you look at all the covers, like they're all referencing former covers, like that's the Long Halloween. And I don't know what this is. I don't know, but I've seen that cover before with real Batman, obviously. But
yes, that's one of the ones from the 600s. I think it's just after Hush, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Like they call it like Little Batman Month 1 instead of Year 1. It's just there's lots of like scattered and throughout the entirety of the 4 issues are little Easter eggs that readers can. Like, as someone that's been discovering Batman over the last effectively 10 years, it's really there's lots of little Easter eggs and things that they put around in. Well,
like I would imagine they've put it in there for the old Batman fans because they know they're probably going to buy the book anyway.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of Disney and Bugs Bunny collectors, like Gold Key stuff, like the cartoon collectors, and those were definitely for kids. I myself like them. So, I mean, I can only, because again, I think back when I was a kid. We have a question from Robbie. What do you guys think of a Supergirl and Batman's Batgirl World's Finest comic book? Personally, I'm for
it. Oh yeah, Luke does.
Explain to me. Explain that. I'm the newbie here.
World's Finest is like a team-up book that's mostly like Superman and Batman. So they were to do one, but with Supergirl and Batgirl. I mean,
man, you gotta have fun too, man. I'm down for it. Yeah,
I would say it would depend on which Batgirl they use. Because for me, I'm old school and I like Barbara Gordon. But if they want to do a Stephanie Brown or Cassandra Cain, I don't think it would have the same.
You see, I haven't read the stories that I'm about to reference, so take a little bit of what I say with a grain of salt. But I have read. Okay, so I've read The Killing Joke, so I know what happens.
Right.
In the beginning part of that, with Barbara Gordon, but I understand that she makes a really cool heroic return as Oracle. She's like, yeah, I'm down, but I'm not out, and she has that tenacity to basically take that discipline that she used in cardio and in martial arts. She put that discipline into learning code and technology, and she kind of gave she gave representation to the handicap community and to the first responder community in an extremely organic way. And then, as I understand it, it was just kind of a comic book plot device, just like, oh, now we have special technology that can repair the crippled, and the only person we're going to give that technology to is Batgirl. So I don't know. I think I imagine, as I'm told, she was a much better character as Oracle than in Batgirl. And I've also noticed the pattern of every time Batgirl's involved with anything, she ruins it. In the best case, the easiest case scenario, the most definitive example is Batman 66. Like, that wasn't the thing that killed Batman 66, but it's an omen.
I would disagree about the Batman 66 thing.
Really?
Oh, Yvonne Craig was awesome. Anyway,
yeah, Luke hasn't really watched a lot of that.
I watched enough. I watched enough to know I think I'm good. I love Batman 66, particularly the first season and a half.
I wouldn't say the issues were with Batgirl. I'd say the issues were that they cut the budget severely in season 3.
Oh, absolutely.
So you can tell that the sets aren't as good.
Well, that was the stab in the heart, but the fact that half the episode was dedicated to Batgirl was the twist in the knife.
Well,
I don't know.
That's how I see it, at least.
But anyway. So let's see. What did you think of the story of Little Batman?
Well, should I spoil it? Okay, so the idea is it's a utopia where Batman actually solved all the crime. The streets are clean. Damian Wayne comes back from his grandfather, in which they reference that in the way that Batman kind of like swallows a golf ball. And he kind of like, yeah, let's not talk about that. It just rather amused me. It's something that, unless you know the backstory of how Damian became Damian, became a person, came into existence. I just find it rather amusing. There's lots of little Little Batman is riding the Bat Cycle down a Bill Finger and Bob Kane Road or Boulevard, I don't know. But he's riding it down the freeway, and I just like lots of little references to the story, to the overall lore of Batman. The story was that Scarecrow comes back. He has the fear toxin. He's going to put it into the water supply. Yeah, that sounds familiar. So what he does is before he does that, he kidnaps Bruce Wayne. He kidnaps Bruce Wayne so that Batman can come and save him. And then when he does that, he's going to gas Batman and then gas everyone else next. So little Batman, it has to balance between being little Batman and being Damian Wayne. Right. Because sometimes being an 8-year-old boy gets what you want better than being a vigilante in some of the cases. And it's a coming of, I'm 8 years old, but I'm learning to make, decisions. And it's a story about responsibility and family. And at the end, Bruce Wayne says, yeah, I knew all of that was going to happen. I just wanted to test your detective skills. And of course, our favorite Batman character who makes a very notable appearance as basically a walking raisin, Alfred Pennyworth. He makes a very amusing appearance in that. Are you enjoying the absolute Batman run?
Yeah, I dig it.
I only read issue 1 and it seemed fun, but I have more core stories, should I say, to read.
Yeah, I missed a few issues, so I think I'm gonna maybe pick up the trade and read it that way. But yeah, I enjoy it.
I only have number 1. I've picked up number 3 from a sale Crom had, so I got that coming. But I've actually avoided the absolute only because I wasn't sure how long it was going to go, and I thought maybe I'd just get it all in trade. But it looks like it's doing better than I expected.
Yeah, so I think trades come out soon.
Well, Glam was telling me that the best so far Well, Green Lantern's very interesting, but the best so far is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I like Green Lantern.
Do you like it more than Wonder Woman?
Maybe. I mean,
well, apparently they're both awesome then.
I would say let the
How
first
dare you? You're late.
You know, I like to go by, you know, the 6-issue arc, and Green Lantern just started, so kind of hard to sort of judge this.
So I have before we get back into comics, I have a question for you, Celia.
Yeah.
As a big Batman fan, there has been a rumor that one of the Robins is going to be killed at the end of Hush 2. If that is true, do you have a preference on seeing which one hits the dust? I actually did vote in the 900 number back when they were killing off Jason Todd.
Yeah.
It was in high school when that came out, so I was like, I voted kill him. And I'm curious, is there any particular one you'd like to see, or you'd like to see everybody stay alive? Or
yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to see anyone die at this point. I don't know.
Well, let's use our detective brain, right? They're not going to kill Jason again, right? Then you got Red Robin, right? I don't think people know, myself incled. Don't people know?
Hasn't been used enough
right?
To really be killed off.
I don't think it wouldn't. Yeah. Tim hasn't been used enough, so if they did kill him, it wouldn't have an impact, right? So it's not one of those two.
I can see maybe Damian, but they're about
Damian.
to use him in a movie, so that would
right. They could be Damian, or it's going to be Dick. I guess the question is, how well is that Nightwing comic?
Nightwing's been selling. So
if Nightwing's been selling, I don't think they're going to kill him.
Nightwing has died
and everyone
already.
hates Damian for some.
Matt speak.
Oh, my bad.
You're very loud.
Nightwing has died already. Jason Todd has died already, and Damian Wayne has died already, and all of them. Well, in Nightwing's case, he was revived the same book, but the three of them have already suffered death. So for me, it would have to be Tim Drake in that sense. But a lot of people saying that they don't want to do that because they don't want to be accused of killing the bisexual character.
Yeah, I don't think that that's necessarily an issue. I mean,
what I can see is
I think we should kill everyone equally,
killed but not killed. If you get my drift, they're going to make it look like he's been killed, and then it's not going to happen.
Or if he does die, they might martyr him. They might do that.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. There's always Stephanie Brown. People forget that she was also a Robin.
Yeah, and she also had a fake out death too.
Exactly. So maybe that. And to be honest, there's a new Batgirl title coming out starring Cassandra Cain. So I don't know if there's necessarily if Stephanie Brown won't survive or not. But the thing is, the article I read did say he the whole time. So I have to say it would be eliminating Stephanie. I just thought it was interesting because Hush, as you probably know, is going to finish the current run of Batman, and then they're going to reboot with a number one. But apparently, I've heard from my local comic guy that the number one issue of the new Batman series is going to come out before Hush is done.
Yeah, I heard they're taking a break from Hush, and then Hush is going to be its own series outside of the main Batman run. So, a little weird. I don't know why they didn't just do it all as its own thing, but oh well, we'll see. But yeah, I hadn't heard that rumor, so thank you.
I saw it. I don't know if you watch Wes from Thinking Critical. He's the one that I saw. He was talking with that doc guy he has on the show, and they were talking about how the thing is, Wes brings on industry insiders, and I see somebody's brought Jeff the Shark. Is that another favorite there, Luke?
Actually, yeah, I found it amusing.
Yeah,
I didn't want to interrupt you. I wanted to give everyone a sneak peek while they're staring at me.
The second part to Hush 2 is in my to be read pile. I had it in my pile this morning, but I didn't get to it, so have not read that one yet. But I do have it, and I have the oversized one as well. Gotta do it.
Nate, if you watch that video, you'll find out they talk about Alfred may be coming back as well.
Oh yeah, well I think that is long overdue.
He's the best
Alfred,
Batman.
I can't
and
believe
the thing
Alfred's
is,
been dead.
well, the thing is that the story is that Alfred is going to be brought back by a Lazarus pit,
Mm.
and that Ra's al Ghul did it because he knew Damien missed him.
Oh,
That whether
interesting.
whether that's true or not, again, it's all rumors, right?
Mhm.
But
Well, that would be
you got
sweet.
some more books for us.
Yeah, I definitely take rumors with a big grain of salt. But all right, I think I need to show some more books since we are getting to the half-hour point. So I wanted to bring one of my favorite Neil Adams Superman covers today.
To
Have
see
you
that,
seen that
No.
one?
I bought that one not too long ago. That's
Oh,
pretty.
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always really like that. You know, just reminds me of home. You know.
Oh, May.
Oh, but yeah, I love Neil Adams, so had to bring some of his stuff. And like I said, I was trying to keep it Superman. So, have you read this one, Matt? I haven't
Yes.
read this.
That one is interesting.
It
It's
is?
not what
Okay,
it
maybe
seems.
I'll crack this one open soon.
Yeah,
I've
it's
been
not what it seems, but it's a good read nonetheless.
okay. Yeah, you got Lois in there. It's always fun when Lois is involved. So guess maybe I'll crack this one open soon. And then I got one from Action Comics here. This is 293. I know you definitely have this one.
Yes, I have that and that was an A-OK from my friend Nate at Hollywood Comics. He'd sent me.
Oh, wow, very nice. Yeah, I know I had seen you show it. But yeah, this is one I got a few months back at a convention. And yeah, everyone's excited about Supergirl right
It's a good
now.
one because it's the origin of the horse, and if the horse shows up in the movie, like some of the rumors are,
Mm-hmm.
it's worth a few bucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to read more stuff with Supergirl. I did pick up the new Supergirl book. I thought that was pretty good. Read that one
You
earlier
mean
today.
this one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't pull it out, but yeah, I just read that one earlier today. I thought it was pretty
one?
good. Oh yeah. Yeah, the art germ variant, very nice.
I don't do I do basically the just the A cover 99% of the time, but for Supergirl one I decided to go 2 covers. So
Yeah, I saw that art germ variant and I thought about picking it up. I really like that one. So yeah, this one's the origin of Supergirl's horse, if anyone was curious. Action Comics 293, I believe it was. It's kind of dark. Yep. And then jump ahead to something a little bit more recent because I just had a little bit of a dollar bin haul. It was small, so I didn't make a video on it. It was just like $3. But I was at the comic shop making a video that you guys will probably see in the next couple days where I'm being shown a brand new collection by one of my local comic shops, Queen City Bookstore. They put on a big Comic Con like every few months, and their big one is coming up next month, the big summer one. And they just got a new collection in. A lot of good stuff. There's some bronze that I've seen, some copper, a lot of stuff from the 80s, a lot of stuff that's very complete, like a lot of variety, a lot of complete runs. Seeing like big chunks of like Bronze Age, Batman, World's Finest, like into Copper Age. There's a lot of good stuff that I've been seeing, a lot of variety. So I am going to be working on that video. I went through 11 long boxes and there's still a lot that I haven't filmed. So I'm going back probably tomorrow to shoot more. But while I was there, Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't get to film in comic book shops a lot because
Mm.
laws in Canada are a little more restrictive with regards to if there's children around.
Oh,
And a lot of
yeah.
times I have my kids with me and I don't want to put mine on camera. So I don't do a lot of filming inside. It's different at comic shows like the big conventions, but because you're
Mhm.
doing crowd shots. If there's kids, it's not that big deal. But with the smaller shops, so you're lucky in that sense that you can go into shops a lot easier than we can.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I have a good relationship with the shops in my area. I know some people have had issues going in and filming, but I'm lucky that the places I go to are good, and they're always showing me cool stuff early. Like, so I'm like, I haven't been able to buy anything yet from this collection, but I've been picking stuff out. I've been going through and I've been pulling some stuff to the side. But
Yeah,
I'm impressed. This
yeah,
person, this was a really dedicated collector. Like, I'm not seeing holes and runs, which is something I'm normally seeing. Stuff is kind of picked
yeah.
over. Like,
Alan and I are going to a con this weekend together, and one of the dealers going there already messaged me this week. He's like, "I bought a new deal. I bought a new collection, and these 3 Action Comics were in there." And he showed them to me, and I needed one of them. He's like, "Well, I'm going to put it aside for you then, right off the bat." So it's nice to have those kinds of relationships.
Yeah. So that day, I didn't pick anything up yet from that collection. I'm still making my way through those boxes, but did pick up some dollar books. They had refreshed and they actually put some recent stuff in. And I grabbed this because I just really liked the cover. And then I realized it was a 1 in 25 variant.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is a beautiful cover. Really like
There are
the
some nice. There are some lately between Mark Spears covers and some of these other covers like this. There have been some nice action variants lately.
Mhm.
I'm beginning to wish I picked up more of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one before, and then saw it in the dollar bin. I just thought it was really pretty, and then realized it was the 1 in 25. So can't
What issue is that?
complain.
Which issue number is that?
This is 1075.
Yeah, that looks like it looks like the big one
Mhm.
in terms of thickness. So
Yeah, it is thick. Yep.
there,
That's cool. Yeah,
and
I always like the anniversary stuff, so that's
yeah,
cool. But
there's another big thing coming up. Detective Comics 1100.
oh
You
yeah.
are
Mhm.
you going to? That's another one I'm thinking of getting a couple of covers for.
Yeah, that's one I'll probably make a video out of and get some variant covers for sure.
What's the Dark Knight cover we have? Is that for 1,000?
Oh yeah,
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 that's
it's
pretty cool.
up there on the shelf. Yeah, so that was like the big cool, and I got a couple more variant covers in the dollar bin that day, but it was cool to find that 1 in 25. Been getting a nice little collection of 1 in 25 variants because another shop in my area puts them out for cover price. So I have
Yeah,
this one right here, Absolute
yeah,
Superman.
I think I have. I was given a couple of Absolute Supermans as a AOK not too long ago as
Mhm.
well. So yes, I guess I have those too. If
Yeah,
I'm gonna. This one
yeah.
is a Scotty Young signed variant.
Oh, yeah, I really like the Scotty Youngs.
Yeah,
Those are
and it's
nice.
got the certificate of authenticity and everything.
Cool.
One of the people, AG, who follows the channel, uh he goes to the same store that is Scotty Young's local comic shop.
Oh, wow.
So he actually sees him there reasonably frequently. So
Very cool.
That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've
So,
got three or four of those signed by Scotty Young.
yeah, really nice. So, yeah, this is Absolute Superman number 7, 1 in 25. If
Nice.
anyone is interested. And Luke, is there anything you want to show?
I referenced the Dark Knight cover we got Detective Comics 1000. This is really cool. I think so far the Dark Knight Returns is my favorite comic so far. I think by a pretty big margin. Now I think so far my favorite Marvel story. Hold on a minute. Has been Jeff the Shark. This is another so I grew up reading the Peanuts comics and a lot of the Sunday funnies, and that's really what this reminded me of. This is by no stretch of the imagination heavy reading. In fact, I think my favorite part about these stories is how incredibly minimalistic they are. If you have never read, if you don't know what words are, if you don't know what the alphabet means, if you can't read, or maybe you can read but in a different language, you will still 100% understand in its entirety everything about Jeff the Shark, because overwhelmingly it's nonverbal. And I really appreciate when an artist or when a group of artists, they can use the visual medium at its best and tell the story without a wall of text. I've read comics where they almost resemble regular novels. There's so much text on the page.
We have a question from TM Nerdy. Celia, who are your top 5 DC superheroes and who are your top 5 DC villains?
Well, thank you for your question, TM. So we're going top 5 DC heroes. Okay, I think, of course, my number 1 is always Batman. I don't necessarily consider him like a super, more, a dude, detective, but yeah, when speaking broadly, Batman's number 1. Number 2 is Green Lantern. Hal Jordan, particularly, has always been my favorite. Number 3, probably Superman. He's been getting up there. I've been becoming more and more of a Superman fan lately. So we got 3 right there.
For that movie. Oh man.
Honestly, I like John Constantine a lot. He's kind of more in the anti-hero territory, but gotta be one of my favorite DC characters. I really like that, he's always doing stuff for good, but he just kind of messes everything up along the way. And
I like John Constantine, or at least the what little I've been exposed to of the Constantine stories. I don't like when stories put magic into things, because that's usually just a license for the author to pull plot devices out of the air. But what I really like about the Hellraiser stories is that Hellblazer stories is that there seems to be rules and give and take to magic, and it's not just Harry Potter. Oh, now this can work.
The thing is, with magic in the DC universe, magic is actually considered to be advanced physics we just don't know yet. Mm-hmm. At least on the Earth 1. On Earth 2, magic was magic, and it's the way we see it. Earth 2 was always more magical. But
one thing I appreciate about John Constantine is that there's a level of ignorance that he shares with the reader. He doesn't even know all the rules. Then he knows that a lot of them exist, and all he knows is that he's been lying and cheating his way and kind of half-assing the whole magic thing. And it seems to be working out for him pretty well. So I appreciate I guess he's not really a hero in the majority of the sense.
No,
but I like his character, and that how he's just kind of stumbling along, kind of figuring things out.
Which brings us to the villain side of the equation there, Celia.
What was that?
This brings us to the villain side of the equation.
Yeah. Okay, villains. Oh, a lot of good villains. Honestly, if we're going Batman villains, I mean, of course, everyone loves the Joker. I think the Joker is the ultimate Batman villain. He just is the perfect sort of antithesis to everything Batman is. I really like Sinestro too. Like I said, I'm a big
That was an
Green
interesting
Lantern
choice. I
fan.
don't think
Really
I've
like
ever heard it.
Sinestro.
Wow.
Really like Brainiac in terms of like a Superman villain. I think
Yeah.
he really, really works. And I really like how Superman is all powerful, everything Brainiac would want to be, and Brainiac just he lacks the humanity. And
Yeah.
I think that's part of what makes him such a good antagonist. I really liked the House of Brainiac. So what is that? That's 3. Um,
You just did, Cody.
let's see who's another one. I'm a big fan of the Penguin. I really like the Penguin. So
He is he's
underrated.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people
underrated
dig
and
on him.
under.
I mean, people really like the new Penguin, like the
Yeah,
show,
but
but
it's always
I've
like, oh
always been a
yeah,
fan.
I
when
like
he
a
was
villain
chosen.
that requires Bruce. I like a villain that requires Batman to go outside his comfort zone and beat Bruce Wayne every once in a while. The same thing with Harvey Dent because he's friends with him.
When he's not
So
nuts.
their connections to the GCPD and organized crime, I kind of put Two Face and Penguin kind of together. Although I guess it'd be more Penguin because there's just more of him out there. But I really I like the dichotomy of a lot of the Batman villains that a lot of them have the same traits as Bruce Wayne, and in fact, it only would have taken one little deviation of his moral compass for him to go down any of those routes. And I think that's my favorite part about the DC about the Batman Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, well that's the thing. He always goes out of his way. He can will not he will not kill the Joker because he knows that'll put him at that level. So he's always got this thought, maybe this one time I can save him. But I do agree with the Joker from the when he makes the comment in the Killing Joke where it's basically it's too hard for me now, to even be good anymore if I wanted to be kind of thing. So before we head out, we're gonna have to head out shortly.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody what you got coming up beside? Yeah, you've got this video of the dollar bins. Have you got any live streams coming up or?
Yeah, I try to do live streams every week. I've been a little bit inconsistent with it, but I want to try to get back to the weekly thing. We streamed last week. I want to try to get on there again. Sometimes Luke joins me, sometimes it's just me going solo, but usually there's something cool going on. I have a lot of videos that kind of been keeping in the back burner that I want to do more research for and get out there. So yeah, I'm always putting out a bunch of videos. I have a lot going on. So yeah, it's a lot to look forward to on my channel within the next couple days. There will be that big video going over that new collection. So keep your eyes out for that.
Well, I don't know how other people have discovered you. I came across you. You were put in my recommended videos one day, and the topic was that you were going to cover the new Batman something whatever. So I'm like, oh well, I haven't read anything about this one. Let's see what she's got to say. And honestly, I was very captivated by your insight. It's nice to see somebody else out there that likes DC as much as I do, because I admit I like all comics. I really do. There's very few comics I will say, oh, this is absolute garbage. I can always find something I like in a comic book. And TM, if you have a question, go ahead and ask. But the thing is, Marvel is okay. Don't get me wrong. There's some great Marvel stories, but I grew up on DC and I live and breathe DC. And it is nice to see when somebody else is pretty much similar. And here we go. TM Nerdy's question is, are you more excited for Superman or Fantastic Four?
Definitely Superman. I've never been a fan of the MCU. I know it's a hot take, but even since the Avengers, I like on my YouTube channel way back in the day when I was a teenager. It's not up anymore, but I did a video of my most overrated movies in like 2013, and the
Right.
Avengers was on there. I've never been big MCU fan, honestly. There are a few things I like. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. Thought the new Deadpool and Wolverine was good, but yeah,
I like how the new
definitely
Deadpool and
Superman.
Wolverine, they kind of revived the buddy cop genre.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Well.
But no, I know I think we're both. I'm a little disappointed it's not Henry Cavill. He's always going to be.
Yeah,
my
I
favorite.
really
I'm
like
going to
him
give the
too.
new guy a chance.
Well, I was going to
But
say, from what I've heard and seen of his other work, I think he will make a very good Superman.
okay, but I trust James Gunn the way the way he wrote the Suicide Squad. I love that. That's
Yeah,
I think one of my favorite DC movies is that one. The
yeah,
James
it was
Gunn one.
a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed Peacemaker.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
haven't
watch
watched
that show. That might
Peacemaker.
be next. We're kind of knee
So
deep
you're heavy
in
metal
Sopranos
fans.
at the moment.
Honestly, you'll love the soundtrack. It's mostly metal.
Okay.
Sold.
Like
Sold.
I, like
Right.
I was laughing. Some of the old albums he pulls out, like he pulls out old hair bands like Pretty Boy Floyd and Skid Row and all this other stuff. And the whole movie goes around Hanoi Rocks. Okay.
No kidding.
Yes, I'm serious. Sorry, not movie, but TV show. So it's actually really good if you're a metal fan. It's a lot of fun with a lot of Easter eggs for us old metal guys. Thank you for joining me tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. For those out there, I'm going to be on Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy, in about 15 minutes with Alan as the main guest. I'm going on as a co-host. Also, Nate is doing a show right afterwards on his channel. I know a lot of you are going to go over there. Go and enjoy. I'll catch Nate on the rewind. Thank you very much, Celia and Luke, for coming tonight. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
My
Thanks
name
for
is
having
Matt.
me.
Thank you.
It's always a
Always
pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. You've been a great supporter of my channel, and I really love what you do. So keep at it.
So everybody out there, thank you very much for joining us. For those who are watching on the rewind, you're going to enjoy this. Trust me. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
My name is Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Good night, everybody.
Peace out. Be kind to each other.